I think
Yes.
one place in math education, Tammy and Mark, where the data that I'm seeing tends to really show there being a big problem is in Algebra 1 specifically. I think a
Mm,
lot of math educators like you tend to see Algebra 1 as like this inflection point for students in terms of getting them ready for this particular subject area. It often is the first math subject where even high performing math students can find math to start to become really challenging. And so let me ask you, Mark, what are we seeing now with Algebra 1 specifically with students? Why are so many students today unprepared for this particular subject?
I mean, one of the reasons is that we often see students being pushed into algebra too soon. And that is
Mm.
something that has been going on for quite some time. I mean, I think back to when I was in elementary and middle school, and the accelerated class was you'd be in algebra in eighth grade. That was accelerated. Now we're seeing that in certain schools, in some schools, that's standard for kids in seventh grade. And you have kids that are being put into geometry in eighth grade or algebra 2 in eighth grade. And there are certain kids that are ready for that, and but I'd say most are not ready for algebra when they get there. Okay, so what's the reason for that? Some is too soon. A lot of it is because the state of elementary education, elementary math education, as Tammy was saying before, is not very good. So math is cumulative, right? It builds on itself.
Yeah.
And so, for example, if we have trouble with number facts, if we have trouble with multiplying and dividing, if we don't have a good working knowledge of fractions, it's going to be very, very difficult for us to have success in algebra. If we have trouble adding and subtracting, well, how are we going to add and subtract integers? So this is, I think, a direct result of students just being unprepared, and a lot of that comes back to just curricula in the school systems that do not support the kids well, do not necessarily have a good handle on what is really necessary to get them to that point of having success in algebra and beyond.